I asked 2L, the ancestral woman who guided my learning here, whether there was still a safe way to approach the ice walls and the first dome from this side, without using the known passages. Was there any stable corridor left? Or was it no longer necessary for one to exist? The vessel was unlike any I had seen before. It was neither ancient nor ostentatious. It was functional, built of dark wood, treated with compounds I did not recognize. Throughout the journey, a deep, constant hum persisted. I saw no engine at all. So what propelled it? And what truly accompanied that sound? I knew almost nothing about ancestral technology. We departed from a protected port, and within minutes the ancestral lands were left behind. The air remained breathable, yet different. I assumed it was suggestion, since the environment is not regulated from this side. Or so I believed. When the ice walls appeared from the outside, the difference was immediate. From within, they seem like a limit. From this side, they appear as a structure. Not a natural accident, but a designed, reinforced, maintained edge. Who maintains an edge like that? In the distance, the first dome began to reveal itself, not as a visible wall, but as a disturbance in the light, a strange behavior of the sky, something that, once recognized, can no longer be ignored. How many have ever had the chance to see it from here? The vessel slowed down. We were entering a controlled zone. The air changed again, and with it, the body's perception. In the distance, sectors with different atmospheres became visible. Areas of constant mist, others of excessive clarity. They did not seem like natural phenomena. Was it weather or some kind of adjustment? That was when 2L mentioned something that unsettled me more than any visible structure. She did not speak of total control nor of confinement. She spoke of segmentation. She spoke of statistics observed from the outside. Population density by sector, average stress levels, collective reaction capacity, dominant emotional states, even the number of animals per region. Not as theories, but as technical measurements. Everything was too calculated, too compared, too finely adjusted. The vessel came to a stop for a few moments, suspended before that impossible sight. No one spoke. There was no need. From this side of the dome, the system did not need to justify itself. It did not need narratives. It only needed to show itself. It was in plain view, and the final question remained suspended in the air. What would happen if everyone began to notice the falsified sky? I found myself staring at the horizon as if it had suddenly become illegible. It was hard to hold my gaze without feeling something inside withdraw, as if the body itself rejected accepting such a cold logic. 2L added no dramatization. She did not need to. She spoke the way someone describes a mechanism that has been verified too many times. And the more restrained her voice was, the more unbearable the content became. These were not hypotheses. They were not interpretations. They were ranges, curves, thresholds. Figures that seemed to have been refined until any human attempt to cross them had been removed. At some point, one of the crew broke the silence. He did not speak in anger. He spoke with weariness, as if the sentence no longer carried emotion, only evidence. They hate us. No one responded, not even 2L. The words lingered for a moment and, strangely, fit everything I had just heard. If things are measured this way, divided and adjusted like this, then there is no room for empathy on the other side. Only administration designed to generate confusion and manipulate the environment, the past, the true human origin, and its purpose. I felt a genuine sense of disgust, rejection, as if my mind tried to turn away from those numbers, yet the numbers remained there, indifferent. I realized that I could look at the sky and the structure without fully understanding them, but the statistics left no room for doubt. And that was when the question changed its shape. It was no longer only about what the sky was, but about what would happen if the people inside began to notice the same things. If they started to perceive the smallest flaw, the minor inconsistency, the repetition that was too perfect. I stayed with that thought. And even though I sensed the answer, I could not understand at that moment whether it meant hope or danger.
The universe does not exist. The sky is a simulation after the human reset.